Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. So today what I'm going to be doing is going through the career of Dele Alli, one of England's expected wonder kids, but how his career hasn't really gone that way. Yeah, so I'm trying something a little different today. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Also, I am playing Spurs Arsenal in the background. I meant to put Dele on the team, but he's not there. Apologies for that. But I wasn't going to play Everton either way, but I forgot to put Dele on the team anyway. But anyway, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the basics. So Dele Alli was born in Milton Keynes on the 11th of April 1996. His dad is from Nigerian descent, which means he actually could have played for Nigeria instead of England. And he did in fact live in Nigeria for 2 years, from 9 years old to 11, before returning to Milton Keynes when he was 11, and he went to live with his adoptive. At 13, he went to live with his adoptive parents, as Dele calls them. So his early career, he started in MK Dons Academy at 11, and he made his debut for the senior team during the 2012-2013 season, when he was 16 years of age, against Cambridge in a 0-0 draw in the FA Cup first round at Milton Road. His first touch in pro football was a backheel pass, showing his potential right from the start of his career, showing what could have been done and was done in his career. His first goal came in the replay 11 days later against Cambridge City, where he scored in the 6-1 win on his first start. He made his league debut in the 3-2 loss to Coventry City at home on the 19th of December, where he played 71 minutes. And his last league appearance in that season came as a second half substitute in the last game of the season, a 2-0 win against Stevenage. In total, he made 7 appearances that season, 5 in the FA Cup, 2 in the league, and he got 1 goal and 0 assists in his debut season. Okay, now we go into the 13-14 season. This was a season where Dele really broke into the first team on a regular basis. He started the first game of the season, which was a 0-0 draw against Shrewsbury Town, and from there he, in his first Papa John's Trophy game, he scored to help MK Dons to a 2-0 win against the League 2 side at Northampton Town. On the 28th of September, Dele scored his first professional league goal in the 4-1 thrashing of Stevenage after being in and out of the team in 2013 thanks to injury. In 2014, he would establish himself as a first-choice player. On the 11th of March, a month before his 18th birthday, he scored his first professional hat-trick against Notts County. In total, that season, he made 37 appearances, 7 goals, 6 of which were in the league and 1 was in Papa John's, and he had 0 assists in his breakout season. Okay, then we go into the 14-15 season. Some of these seasons have a lot of information about them, some of them don't, it will all depend. But anyway, into the 14-15 season, with the departure of Gleeson to Birmingham City in June 2014, Dele became the first choice central midfield partner to Darren Potter. He started the season brightly. He playing the first league match of the season as MK Dons overcame a 2-0 deficit to defeat Gillingham 4-2. His first goal of the 2014-15 season came in the first away league match, a 3-2 defeat to Peterborough United, where he scored a tap-in from Will Giggs' deflected shot. And then on the 26th of August, Dele played the full 90 in a historic 4-0 win against Man United. But the most important thing here is it was reported that several European powerhouses scouts were there watching from teams like Bayern Munich and Liverpool. He was chosen as the Football League Young Player of the Month for August. and then he extended his contract with MK Dons on the 18th of September until June 2017. But then I guess he disregarded that, because on the 2nd of February 2015, it was announced that Dele Alli had signed for the Premier League team Tottenham Hotspur, also as we know them, Spurs. In the last hours of the January transfer window, he signed on a 5.5-year deal, meaning that if he stayed there his whole contract, he would stay until 2021. However, following his transfer to Spurs, as it was agreed in the deal, he was loaned back to MK Dons for the rest of the season, as that was the only way MK Dons would sell Dele Alli to them. Yeah, so he was loaned back to MK Dons for the remainder of the season. On the 19th of April, he was chosen as the Young Player of the Year at the Football League Awards, and while on loan, he helped him get automatic promotion to the Championship, and he also made his England senior debut against Estonia as a late sub. In total, he made 44 appearances, 16 goals, all of them in League One, and he got his first assist of his career, getting 9, 8 in League One, 1 in the Carabao Cup. Then we move on to the 15-16 season. It was the first season with Spurs for Dele Alli, and it didn't take him long to make his debut, as on the 8th of August 2015, he made his Spurs debut against Manchester United in the Premier League as a sub in a 1-0 defeat away at Old Trafford, playing the last 13 minutes after coming on for Eric Dyer. 2 weeks later, he scored his first goal for the club after coming on for Christian Eriksen in the 1-1 draw against Leicester City. And then on the 13th of September, Alli made his first start for Tottenham in a 1-0 win against Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. While on the 2nd of November, he started and scored the second goal in an eventual 3-1 win over Aston Villa. 6 days later, he started his first North London derby for the club, which was obviously a big milestone for any player that plays for Spurs or Arsenal. Alongside back then fellow England youngster Dyer in central midfield. He was awarded a man of the match in the 1-1 draw between rivals Arsenal and Tottenham. On the 17th of November 2015, Dele made his first England start against France, scoring the opening goal against his club teammate Hugo Lloris in a 2-0 win at Wembley. This just shows that how much promise he had making his debut for England, so his first start for England so early into his career. Anyway, following an impressive start to his Premier League career, scoring 5 goals and making 3 assists in his first 18 league matches, he was rewarded with a new long-term contract until 2021 on the 12th of January. 11 days later, he scored a 25-yard volley in a 3-1 winning at Crystal Palace, which is obviously not only one of his most iconic goals, but one of the most iconic Premier League goals as well. It was obviously his first season, so to see a kid doing that, it was just absolutely insane. Anyway, like I was saying, former Spurs player Gareth Crooks wrote, "Well, I've seen some glorious goals scored in my time watching football matches, but I doubt whether I will see a goal scored with such individual flair and by a 19-year-old. Dele's goal at Selhurst Park, it was sheer class," is what was quoted by the player, and it showed that Dele did have a really good future. On the 13th of April, he was named on the 6-man shortlist for the 2015-16 PFA Young Player of the Year award. He was again named in the starting lineup for England's friendly match against world champions Germany. On the 26th of March 2016, Alli was named man of the match by the BBC Sport as England recovered from 2-0 down to win 3-0 at the Olympiastadion. He was voted the season's PFA Young Player of the Year on the 24th of April. Only 4 days later, he was banned for 3 matches, effectively ending his Premier League season because of an off-the-ball incident against West Brom player, in which he punched midfielder Claudio Jacob in the stomach. He later apologised for the incident on Twitter, saying, "Gutted that my season is over. Shouldn't have reacted like I did. We'll learn from this and come back stronger." Now, we move on to the 16-17 season. Ahead of this season, Dele Alli changed his kit name to Dele, saying that he had no connection to his legal surname due to his separation from his mother, which is why this video I've been trying to say Dele, even though I've been slipping up a few times. 4 days later, he made his UEFA Champions League debut, obviously at just 20 years old, which is insane because a lot of players don't even ever make a Champions League debut. Some of them have to wait till their mid to late 20s, but Dele Alli was right there as he turned 20 years old. But anyway, he made his Champions League debut in a 2-1 loss to AS Monaco at Wembley Stadium. His first Champions League goal came against CSKA Moscow at the same stadium on the 7th of December 2016. On the 23rd of February, Dele received his first red card in his whole career for a dangerous tackle on Brecht's DJ Grebe, sorry if I mispronounced that, which I know I did, which is obviously a big milestone because I can imagine how it would feel to get your first ever red card. Like, I would imagine you'd feel devastated. Like, I imagine after every red card you would feel devastated, but after your first ever one, it must not feel good. Anyway, in Tottenham's UEFA Europa League draw with KAA Ghent, which because of the red card mainly saw Spurs eliminated at the round of 32 stage of the competition. On the 23rd of April, he was named the PFA Young Player of the Year again. In total, he had made 55 appearances, scored 28, 18 of which were in the Prem, 1 in the Champions League, and 3 in the FA Cup. And he also got 9 assists in that season. Now, on to 17-18. Alli scored his first goal of the season in the opening game away at Newcastle, and that finished in a 2-0 win. However, he was criticised for his inconsistency this season, failing to perform as well as the previous season. On the 1st of April 2018, Dele scored twice in the away fixture at Chelsea, helping Tottenham win 3-1, which was their first win in 28 years at Stamford Bridge. Obviously a huge moment for Dele Alli, helping his club do something they hadn't done in almost 3 decades. They had a point about Dele Alli being inconsistent because, well, at the end of this season, he wasn't exactly as good as last season. He had 54 appearances, but only 15 goals, 9 of which were in the Prem, 2 in the Champions League, 1 in the FA Cup and 2 in the Carabao Cup. And he did get 17 assists, which to be fair does mean that season he became more of an assist man, but it still isn't great considering he is one of the best English talents at this time, and the goals are expected out of him. But anyway, the 17-18 season. No, that was what we were just on. Okay, can't speak. The World Cup. So, before the 18-19 season, Dele got called up for the World Cup for his first tournament under the new England manager Gareth Southgate, and just his first tournament in general, because he was called up for. He wasn't called up for the 2016 Euros, so this was his first competition with England, and as of right now, it's still his last. But anyway, like I was saying, he made 5 appearances and had 1 goal, which was against Sweden in the quarter-finals in a 2-0 win, and 0 assists, as England reached the semis for the first time in 28 years. This does sound quite bad, but Dele played for England in the semi-final against Croatia, and he was the one that won the free kick that Kieran Trippier smashed into the net that gave all of us hope which gave us the lead until for extra time we lost 2-1. So, following the World Cup, the 18-19 season, Alli wanted to spring back and he kind of did, because on the 26th of September, Dele was named as captain for for Spurs EFL Cup third-round tie with Watford. The tie played at Stadium MK due to delays in the completion of Spurs' new stadium. This marked Dele's return to the home ground of his boyhood club, MK Dons, and a return to his hometown of Milton Keynes for the first time as a Spurs player. The tie finished 2-2 with Dele scoring both a penalty in normal time and a winning penalty in the deciding penalty shootout. In October 2018, Dele signed a new 6-year deal at Spurs, which would keep him at the club until 2024. In January 2019, he was ruled out until March with a hamstring injury, which meant that his season was almost over, as obviously recovery time after the injury takes time as well. Like, you can be fully recovered, but you still need a little bit of time. So that was basically the season over. But yeah, in total, Dele made 44 appearances, but this is where it really started to go down, as he only got 7 goals, 5 of which in the Prem and 2 in the Carabao Cup, and only 8 assists. This was arguably the start of the fall, as he failed to get double figures in either goals or assists. In the 1920 season, he missed the start of the season due to a hamstring injury. He returned to the team in the North London derby on the 1st of September, which was probably a lot of pressure to be his first game back, but he came on as a substitute. In November 2019, Pochettino was dismissed by the club to be replaced by Jose Mourinho. Mourinho played Alli as an attacking midfielder, as for the past couple seasons he had been played as more of a midfielder. But yeah, he played him just behind Harry Kane, reverting to his early position after playing in a deeper midfield role the previous 2 years, like I said. According to Mourinho said this: Dele is not a midfield in player. The attacking role gave Dele greater freedom to score, and he scored 3 goals in his first 3 games under Mourinho. In total, he made 40 appearances, in which he scored 9, 8 in the Prem and 1 in the Champions League, and 6 assists. This means Jose Mourinho was right, as Dele scored more back in his preferred position. However, in the 2020-2021 season, this didn't really help him, as in the first half of the season, Dele was reportedly out of favour with Mourinho, making few starts. Most of his starts in games were in the Europa League, and he scored his first goal of the season in the Europa League playoff match against Maccabi Haifa on the 1st of October 2020 to cap a 7-2 win for Tottenham. In the Europa League last 32 against Wolfsburg on the 24th of February, he scored a notable goal with a bicycle kick, starting a 4-0 rout with 2 further assists. He made his first start in 6 months in the Premier League on the 4th of March. In the match against Fulham that ended in a 1-0 win, when his shot goal was deflected off a defender for an own goal. So he was still showing promise. This does show. Yeah, this does show that he was still showing promise, but it just wasn't really getting out of him. In total, he made 29 appearances. He only got 3 goals, all of which were in the Europa League, and 5 assists. It looks like a terrible season for Dele, but it's not fully fair to go after Dele for this one, as he did fall out of favour with Jose Mourinho. I mean, I'm sure that he must have done something to fall out of favour with Mourinho, but it's not fully his fault that he had such a terrible season stat-wise. Now, we are on to last season. On the 22nd of August, Dele scored his first goal of the season, scoring the only goal in a 1-0 win against Wolves. This was Dele's first Premier League goal since March 2020, which just shows that a mix of Jose Mourinho not picking him and his form dropping just really affected him. Now, to the most recent part of his story. After only starting 8 league games in the 2021-22 campaign and just 7 in 2020-21 season, Alli was made available for transfer by Tottenham in the January 2022 transfer window. He moved to the fellow Premier League side Everton on the 31st of January, so on deadline day, obviously one of the last signings of the window, on an initial transfer fee which could potentially rise to 40 million provided certain performance bonuses are met. The first 10 million would be due after 20 appearances for Everton. Dele signed a 2.5-year contract, which meant that he would stay at Everton until the 2023-24 season. The end of that season, if he decided to stay until the end of his contract. Upon signing for the club, Dele cited the opportunity to work under new manager Frank Lampard as a major reason for joining Everton. He made his debut on the 8th of February as a late sub in a 3-1 loss against Newcastle United. In total, this season he made 30 appearances, got one assist and only scored 2 goals. But the worst thing was that both the goals were for Spurs in the Prem and the Conference League, and the 1 assist was also for Spurs in the Carabao Cup. What that basically means is that Dele Alli has done absolutely nothing for Everton since joining them in January. He hasn't got a goal, he hasn't got an assist. He's basically done absolutely nothing for them. And since joining Everton, we can see how much really he has fallen off. Now, the final part. Nowadays, Frank Lampard has hinted that Dele will get a new opportunity, as obviously they have sold Charleston and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is out injured. That obviously means they have no striker for between 1 and 2 months while Dominic Calvert-Lewin is out, meaning Alli will most likely play at striker or a false 9 position. So who knows? Maybe this could get his career back on track, and maybe he could actually start scoring again and showing glimpses of his older self. Obviously, this is something he would want, considering the World Cup is only a few months away, and he would obviously want to be called up for that. But if he doesn't pick up his form, that seems like it has a 1% chance of happening. Even Southgate, with all his, let's say, misguided decisions lately, wouldn't call up Alli on his current form. Anyway, for the past couple of years, a lot of people have been asking how could this happen to someone who was supposed to be one of the best English players in the world, and it's quite simple, to be honest. It's a mix of injury and laziness. Alli got into the big time with Spurs. He did good for a season or 2, then he just got lazy. Everyone probably knows that the main reason is Alli got lazy. Sure, Mourinho dropped him, he was out of favour, but even when he did get chances, he was still dropped, you know? And it's just, if he wasn't willing to put in the effort, he wasn't going to do great. Anyway, so that is the story of England's most promising to failed wonder kids. Who knows what will happen in the remainder of his career, but I really do hope that he gets back on track, even though he is at Everton. Hopefully he gets back on track somewhere else. But yeah, that is the story of Dele Alli, guys. I know I probably sounded a bit unnatural during that. It is my first video of this, so maybe give me a break. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I have plenty of ideas for this kind of series. I'd imagine that the next one I would do of these, if you guys enjoyed them, the next one would definitely be the story of Jamie Vardy, how he goes from playing non-league football to being one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Yeah, to being one of the best strikers in the Premier League, that is just really good. I could also do the story of Leicester City just by themselves, the Klopp reviving Liverpool. I could just do plenty of things, you know. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my terrible gameplay as well, if you weren't listening to my story. Sorry about that. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed recording it. I would appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up and subscribe, as this did take me quite a while to do, and I would really appreciate it. Also, I am obviously still in a war with my friend Jack Mason for the first 1 to 1,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you could help me out with that. But yeah, please make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.